No matter where you are and however you work, you should learn first principles thinking. It will help you keep the hair on your head, give you more sleep, and help you scale your business to the next level. Hi, my name is Chandra, founder and CEO of Propelo Media. We have been working with remote teams all over the globe, and we've done it for a few years already. So let me share with you some tips on how to run your virtual team as smoothly as possible. The first principles thinking was first popularized by Elon Musk. And frankly, although it's very useful these days in a virtual work environment, it is a timeless principle that can propel you as a next level leader and also propel your team to be more content and more fulfilled, rewarding you with fewer turnover. Daniel Pink says that a person's freedom to think and work creatively is a huge driving force and motivator. So, what is it? It is basically letting go, not micromanage your team, but instead give them guidelines to follow and guardrails to stay within. It is about empowering them to make decisions on their own. Now, you may ask, what if they make the wrong decisions? Well, you must understand the distinction between a difference in style or opinion versus going down the wrong path. Focus on preventing the latter, but give them wide altitude to work with their own style and their own approach. And so, what are the practical steps that we can use here? And this is something that we've applied on a daily basis at Propelo. Now, first, as a leader, you need to point the way. State what is the outcome you desire. This can be big or small. For example, you want to task someone with increasing sales by 10% next quarter. Or it can be as simple as, hey, that door never closes properly. Can you do something about it? Right? So let's just use this as an example during this talk right now. Now, next, this is where you brainstorm for possible solutions. You can say your piece. They can also give their opinion. Going back to the door example, you may go, well, what about putting some WD-40 on it, right? So something very simple. But your guy may say, look, I think the door is old. I think we should think about replacing it. But I think we can do it once we have a break in the schedule. Okay, well, that's a good opinion. That's good brainstorming. You don't need to make a decision then and there, but rather let them. In fact, you want to let them to kind of think about this and make decisions on their own. Instead, give them a way to measure success and what resources they have. This can be money, it can be time, it can be personnel. Now, with the door project, you may go, okay, let's see what you can do. You can decide whether to call in an installer, or you can replace it yourself, or maybe a WD-40, like we brainstorm, can just do the work. I know you're busy, but don't let it sit for more than a month. So there's the schedule, there's the constraint, right? You can't let it sit for more than a month. Or if it's going to take you more than 8 hours of your time, or if you have to pull in John or another guy to help you out, it's probably worth calling a handyman. There's another constraint, right? Don't spend too much time on this. Maybe it's better to outsource. But if it's going to cost you more than $250, check with me first. Now, there's the third constraint. This time, it's more of a financial constraint. So here you build some guardrails, but beyond that, they're free to pick the path that they see best. My last point is something that you have to build over time. This needs to be a part of your company culture. And when tasked with these result-driven projects, your people need to remember continually to check their decisions against some simple guidelines. You see, every decision often breeds several more micro decisions. Now, with the door example, it can be, how do we pick a handyman? What kind of door? Where to buy the right screws if we want to fix this ourselves, right? How about if we fix this ourselves, and how about injury risk? Once we replace the door, How are we going to dump the old door? There's a bunch of micro decisions that someone will need to go through, and you will go crazy if your team members keep going back to you for every little thing. Now, this may be an exaggeration, but you get the idea, right? And just translate this to other business decisions that you have to make, but rather you can leverage your people with the right mindset and the right culture to ask themselves and make decisions that they see fit. Now, instead, train them to ask themselves, number one, is it right for your clients? Number two, is it right for the company and the team? Right? Number three, is it ethical? And lastly, will you be willing to own this decision? Will you be accountable for the decisions you make? So I hope this has been enlightening. Thank you for watching.